Friends, myself Vijay Pratap Singh. Today we are going to discuss our topic policy measures to see here measures to control excess demand and deficit demand. Which video I had sent? There we had read about the excess demand and deficit demand. That was the introduction. Now the policy is also given here. Policy measure to control excess demand and deficit demand. This is our new topic and is a very important topic in front of you. So dear students, you have to give concentration and listen silently. Okay? Now listen. To calculate policy measures to control the excess demand and deficit demand, then we have to know there are two policies. How many policies? We are going to know about the two policies measures to solve the problem of this excess and deficit demand. So two problems in front of you I have written. With the help of that we can able to know. We can say two topics is in front of you. We can say two policy is given. Okay. So with the help of that, there are two policy measures to solve the problem of excess demand and deficit demand. We can able to solve excess demand and deficit demand with the help of two policy. So now we are going to know the name of two policies. The first one is given in front of you, physical policy measure. First one is a physical policy measure and second one is a monetary policy measures. With the help of that we can able to explain and with the help of that we can able to calculate these policies. First one, once again listen, physical policy measure and second Montessori, okay, physics policy measure. Two policies we are reading now here and these are the very important part. So now one by one we will read and explain these policies and what is the importance of these policies. So first one is in front of you, physical policy measure. So we are going to start first topic in front of you. So first one is given here after that and this is the second one. So now we have to read first one, then physical policy refers to the physical policy refers to the budgetary. What is the meaning of budgetary? Budget. Okay. According to our function, we are going to make a budget. That's according to that budgetary policy of the government. Once again, listen. Physical policy refers to the budgetary policy of the government. Whose policy? Government policies. Or the policy related to revenue and expenditure of the government. What? Revenue and expenditure of the government with a view to correct the situation of excess demand or deficit demand in the economy. What we are going to read inside in the facial demand, facial policy measurement. With the help of that we can say in the first one, physical policy measures. Policy refers to the budgetary policy of the government or the policy, okay, related to revenue and expenditure of the government with a view of correct the situation of excess demand or deficit demand. In the economy, according to that, we can say these are the things. Behalf of that, we can able to calculate. So now, in front of you, I have written first one. According to first, we are going to know instrument of physical policy. Some instruments are given in front of you. Behalf of that, we can able to know and calculate. Listen, instrument of physical policies. The physical policies are two types: government revenue and government expenditure or spending. Two things we are going to know here. Okay? With the help of that, we can able to calculate. Clear? So once again listen. Instruments of physical policy. First one is a given government revenue. Second one is a given in front of you government expenditure or spending. Clear? Between that, once again we have to listen. First one, government revenue. So government revenue, there is the three subtopic is a given in front of you. So first one is a given in front of you, taxes. Second one, public debts, and third one, deficit financing. Deficit financing. With the help of that, we can able to explain this is the government revenue. With the help of these activities, governments are taking revenue from our sides. With the help of tax, governments are getting revenue. With the help of public debts, governments are getting revenue. And deficit financing. Behalf of that also governments are getting revenue. So instruments of the financial policy is given in front of you. According to that, we can able to classify it. If we will go to classify it, we will explain it one by one. A financial instruments related to government revenue. First one is a given here, government revenue. Second one is a government expenditure, spending. Both one we are going to explain one by one. First one is the taxes. Tax is a compulsory payment of the government according to the described law. Taxes are two types, direct tax or indirect tax. When we are going to submit tax, with the help of two types we are submitting taxes. First one is a direct tax and second is an indirect tax. So after that, you have to listen what is a direct tax. With the help of form, when we are submitting tax, that one is called direct tax. For example, suppose our income is above than 5 lakh per year, then we have to provide tax. That one is called direct tax. And indirect tax means, suppose we are going to purchase a toffee, kurkure, chocolate, there is also tax between on that product. We are also giving tax. That one is called indirect tax. For example, when you are purchasing toffee, there is a price written Rs 2 rupees including all taxes. That one is called indirect tax. Now second one is public debts. Public debts are borrowing. It refers to the borrowing by the government from the public through issuing securities. Behalf of securities, governments are taking public debts. Third one is given in front of you, deficit financing. It refers to the issuing of more currency to meet the budgetary deficit. It increased the money supply in the economy. It increased the money supply in our economy. Once again listen third one. It refers the issue of more currency to meet the budgetary deficit. It increases the money supply in the economy. Second one we are going to read. Government expenditure or spending. In that we can able to explain first one, public works program like constructions of road, dam, bridge, flyovers, building. These types of things we are getting with the help of government expenditure. These expenditures are providing for our service. Means constructions of road, dams, bridge, flyover, building, etc. These are the examples of government expenditure or spending. Next one, second example, education and public welfare program. Second one is the education and public welfare program. Third one, difference of the country and maintain the law of order. Because government are giving expenses in law and making order also. This is also expense. And next one, provision of subsidies to products of encourage production. We are getting subsidies also with the help of government expenditure. These are the things. Now we are coming on the next topic. So next topic is physical measure to concept, otherwise we can say in behalf of the correct access demand of inflationary gap. With the help of that we can know what is the access demand with the help of this diagram, and what is the physical measures are there behalf of that government revenue. These are all things we are going to read inside. And with the help of that we can able to know deficit demand. That one is in front of you, two pictures. With the help of both diagram, both picture we will explain. First one, access demand, here deficit demand. According to our last lecture, same process we are also going to follow here also. So listen, physical measure of the current access demand. Okay, so excess demand we are going to calculate with the help of the following measure, bringing down aggregate demand from aggregate demand first to aggregate demand 0. Means there is the two position I have written in front of you. According to that we can able to know what is the excess demand. Behalf of that we can able to know AD1, okay, AD1 to AD0, the difference between both. What is the getting? Means first position is the AD0, after that AD1. The difference between both line is called excess demand. So this is the difference, and both line I had made with the help of yellow and white chalk. That's why this line is representing our AD1. Okay. Once again listen. When you want to make this diagram, first you have to listen. You will make x-axis and y-axis. On y-axis I have written AD and AS. Aggregate demand and aggregate supply we can able to write. But in the axis y, income, output and employment I have written. After that we are going to explain these things. What we are getting observation we have to explain. Observation we are getting with the help of this diagram. Our demand is going to be excess. Means excess demand we are getting with the help of this diagram. But before that I had made one structure on the board and written 3: tax, public debt and borrowing and deficit financing. These all things are also increasing the excess demand. How behalf of that we can able to know? So listen with the help of that picture once again. Taxes. A compulsory payment to be made to the government by whom it is imposed. So tax is a very important part of that. You have to pay tax if you are getting income. Okay, this is the important things. That's why governments are getting revenue also. Between that, the control of excess demand. There is a few topics in front of you. How we can able to control this excess demand? The government should improve the new taxes and raises the rate of creating taxes. First condition. Now second condition in front of you. It will reduce the disposal income. Clear? And third one. Compensation and investment will fall. Okay, consumption we can say and investment will fall. And fourth option we can say aggregate demand is reduced and excess demand is corrected. With the help of that we can able to make a note. Dear students, what I am explaining you have to listen and make a note, write down these topics. Pause the video and listen silently. Slowly you have to run and make notes. After that, second I had told you, public debts. It refers the borrowing by the government by issuing certain securities. Behalf of that, governments are taking public debts. To control the excess demand, first one is there, the government should increase public debts or borrowing. Clear? This is the government policy. Second one, it will reduce the disposal income. With the help of that, our disposal income will also reduce. Third one is that consumption and investment will fall. Means our consumption and investment will come down. And fourth one is that aggregate demand is reduced and excess demand is corrected. These things we are getting in the public debts or borrowing. And last one I have told you, deficit financing. Then also we have to know, to control the excess demand we can do, otherwise governments are doing. First one, governments should reduce the deficit financing. This is the condition. Second, it will reduce the supply of money. Who is reducing supply of money? Only government can do. Another, it will reduce the disposal income. Next way, consumption and investment will fall. According to that, we can control our excess demand. Another, aggregate demand is reduced and cross demand is controlled with the help of deficit finance. Clear? This is the topic of that. According to that, we can able to know. Now we are going to know here second one. Okay, physical measure to control deficit demand. Okay, with the help of that, we can able to know. Before explaining this diagram, we have to know some information. It refers to government expenditure on education, health, administration and defense. There is a government policy. Governments are expanding in these things. Okay? If government wants to control these things, the control of excess demand, first one, the government should reduce the expenditure of non-development and unproductive works. Second, it will reduce the supply of income. Third, it will reduce the level of aggregate demand in economy. And last one is given in front of you. It will help to correct the demand, inflation, pressure in the economy. With the help of that, we can able to explain. But now we are going to start this topic. With the help of that, you can able to know how our deflation of demand is coming. Solution: first, we have made x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis, we have represented income, output, and employment. And y-axis, I have written aggregate demand and aggregate supply. The following measures bringing up aggregate demand from AD2 to AD0. From AD to C1 plus 2 is given here. After that, it will go from here. See, from this position to that position it should be going, and difference between both from E to F we can able to know with the help of this picture. This is the example of deficit demand. Behalf of that, we can able to measure, okay, these things. With the help of that, government can able to do these types of things. How I had explained some examples here. Same thing, tax, public debts, and deficit finance is the important part to control deficit demand. Here we had no to control the excess demand. यहाँ हमने पढ़ा कि कैसे हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं एक्सेस डिमांड को, तो ऐसे ही हम यहाँ भी पढ़ेंगे कि कैसे हम डिफिसिएट डिमांड को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, टैक्स के माध्यम से, पब्लिक डेब्ट के माध्यम से और डिफिसिएट फाइनेंसिंग के माध्यम से। तो तीनों तरीकों को मैं एक एक करके आपको एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ। यू हैव टू लिसन एंड मेक अ नोट। So first one is the taxes. The compulsory payment to be made by the government who's on the imposed. This is the tax, but to control deficit demand. अब deficit demand को control करना है तो tax में हम क्या कर सकते हैं? What changes we can able to do in the tax? Solution: the government should not impose new taxes and reduce the rate of exacting taxes. Government can do this. Second one, दूसरा स्टेप सरकार क्या ले सकती है? It will increase the disposal income. And third step, compensation, otherwise consumption and investment will rise. And last option, what government can do? Aggregate demand is increased and deficit demand is corrected. Clear? But with the help of second position, public debts. अब पब्लिक डेब्ट की माध्यम से हम कैसे अपने डिफिसिट डिमांड को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं? तो इसके भी आपको 4 कंडीशन बताया जा रहा है। फर्स्ट कंडीशन, गवर्नमेंट शुड डिक्रीज द डेब्ट्स और बोरोइंग. Also government may off the buying back of issued securities. This is the first. Second, he can take the step. It will increase the disposal income. This is the second step. And third step, consumption and investment will rise. And third step, aggregate demand is increased and deficit demand is corrected. With the help of 4 steps, we can control deficit demand. With public debts, and last one is given in front of you, deficit financing. How with the help of deficit financing we can control the deficit demand? Solution: there is also 4 steps. First one, government should restore the deficit financing. Second one, it will increase the supply of money. And third one, it will increase the disposal income. And fourth step, consumption and investment will rise. But one more option we can take with the help of ourselves. Aggregate demand is increased and deficit demand is corrected. With the help of these steps, we can able to control deficit demand. That's why these all things we are going to control. With the help of that, we are getting our economic development we are getting. Next one, With the help of that, we can able to know these are the things. The difference between both excess demand and deficient demand. I have made in front of you both diagram, and according to that I have explained you all topics. Clear? So now, dear students, you have to make a note and revise it well. If any doubts will be there, you have to be write in the comment box. Otherwise, subscribe my channel for latest videos. Okay? Thank you all for listening my lecture. But one more thing, don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you all.